Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So for today's episode, I got this cool, amazing product right here that is by a brand called eufy. You guys can see right there. And for those of you guys who don't know who eufy is, they actually are under the same company, Anchor. And if you guys remember, I actually reviewed a lot of products that is by Anchor. So that way you guys know it should be a good, amazing product. And if it's not, they will try their best to keep working until they make it the best product out there possible, because that's just how Anchor is. Like, if you're not happy about the product for any reason, like, I'll just contact them and they'll actually help you figure out the problem or try to help you find a better solution for the problem. But what I have here today is a project that actually backed on Kickstarter, and this is called a eufyCam. That actually comes with a home base, so you pretty much have all your local storage all in this product right here instead of being stored on your camera itself, so that's pretty nice. They actually provide you a 16GB micro SD card, which is pretty nice, but then you guys can actually use a bigger one if you guys want to, so like 128GB. It's pretty amazing because this camera is supposed to last one whole year on one full charge, which is pretty amazing. But in order for us to actually find out whether or not that's the case, is that we actually had tested for a year or see how long actually it works until it actually dies. But I can't really tell you guys right now, but let's actually do unboxing first to show you guys what comes inside the package and how it looks like first. So right out the bat, if you guys can see, once I open the package, it's literally the same thing as all Anchor products. They actually have this nice little color that's typical Anchor, but everything about it is really nice packaging, and it's actually a box in a box right now. So let me take it out and show you guys what I mean. So if you guys can see, this was inside that box, so it's literally a box in a box and probably another box inside. So let's actually unbox it and show you guys what it looks like first. Alright, so when we open it up, this is what it looks like. So it's literally just another box right here, and I'm pretty sure this is the instruction guide or manual in here, so we'll take a look at that in a second. Right here you guys can see is the actual camera right here. This is the eufyCam. So right here we have the eufyCam, and it's really nice that they actually made this so that you guys can take it out easier, so you guys won't actually have a hard time taking it out. And here is the eufyCam itself. So if you can see, it says eufyCam security all around the actual product. Says it right there. Says it on this side. And then there's the actual camera right here. It says remove the film where it actually work. And then if you guys look above right here, we have a sync button to actually sync the product to your home base. And if you guys look at the back right here, we have a micro SD slot to actually plug the product to actually charge it. And the product right here is actually quite heavy. Like, I want to say that this is probably like a pound or so. So that's the camera itself. Let's actually show you guys the home base of what it looks like first. So in the bottom, you guys can see there's a home base right there, and this is probably like some accessories that's actually in here. So you guys can see here is the home base. It says eufy security on here, and this is the light indicator for whether or not it actually works and whatnot. Here we actually have the sync and the alarm off and on, depending if you guys want to use alarm, because this product itself has alarm and this product itself has alarm. So you both pretty much get a security on both products. And if you guys look in the back, we have the speaker slot right here. And then on the bottom right here, we have the reset button. We have a slot to charge the product and power it up. We have a USB slot right here to actually charge the product. So what you would use this for is to actually plug in the cable here to actually charge the eufy. Because if you guys use the regular charger to actually charge it up, it'll probably take a little longer, because according to what they said is that when you use this plug to actually charge it, like this one specifically, it'll take less than 4 hours to fully charge the battery, and it'll last you one whole year, which is amazing. Right here we have the Ethernet cable, and right here we have the micro SD card slot. And if you guys see inside, we already have a micro SD card inside, which is 16GB by SanDisk. So we showed you guys all that. Let's show you guys what comes inside the accessory box first. And pretty much what comes inside is the Ethernet cable to actually connect it to the internet. They provide you a cable to charge the product. They provide you like a mount, 2 mounts, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So there's 2 mounts. They provide you some screws to actually mount the product if you guys want to mount it on the wall or whatnot. And then here's the cable that is USB to micro USB, but I'll actually open it all up right now and show you guys what it looks like. So here's the mount they actually use for outdoor. So all you have to do is just screw this part on, and then you guys can actually twist this part to actually tighten it and loosen it. And you guys can see it has a very nice cushion, so you guys don't actually damage the wall or not. So you just put in the screw right here, and then when you finish screwing it on, just put this back on and tighten it back up. And this will actually tighten this part up so you guys can't move it anymore. For the indoor one, I believe you guys can use this for outdoors as well, but they said this is for indoors, which is right here. So how this will work is that they provide you this part right here where you guys actually screw it onto the wall, and you just have to mount it on like that and just push it up, and you actually mount it like that. And this one is actually really nice and really amazing because this is the one that actually advertised the most because of the magnetic capability of it. So all you have to do is just put it together and it clips on. Like, it's really strong, you guys can see. Like, this thing is not gonna fall anytime soon. Unless you somehow like get the magnet in a certain angle that actually falls off. Like, you have to put your finger here somehow to actually like get it off, but it's actually really, really strong. Let's do that one more time. Here's the cable to actually charge the product. And last but not least, to provide you Ethernet cable, but if you guys don't want to use this, you guys can use your own as well because it can actually go up to a certain range. If you guys can't fit the range, then you guys probably need a longer Ethernet cable. So everything about the product is actually really nice. Everything about it is actually really, really good quality. But there were a couple things that I actually noticed that was kind of like probably defective or like it's not really working or whatever. And a couple things that I actually run into issue with is the fact that sometimes it has issue connecting like connecting to the internet and whatnot and connecting to the app, because you guys actually have to download the app called eufy Security to actually connect it onto the internet, and then you guys can control it all there. But after some time and giving it some time to actually synchronize and whatnot and see when it actually does work or not, it actually did work, which is pretty amazing. But let's just stop talking first and kind of show you guys the setup and whatnot and how long it actually sets up. Alright, so it took some time, but we got it all set up right now. So once you guys finish setting it up, it should turn white. But all you have to do is actually hold this button down until it powers up and syncs the actual product to the app. And when you guys are done, you should pop up the screen to name your home base. Alright, so the home base is added now. So what we have to do next is we actually have to connect it onto the actual camera itself. So the eufyCam, which is right here. So what you have to do is press add device, and you'll put in eufyCam, and then press the sync button for 2 seconds until you hear a beep. And that's the beep. So when you guys are done, click next.
Ready to add device.
And it's discovering the camera, so we just wait for it to actually connect.
Device was added successfully.
And there you guys go. So now you guys can choose whatever option you guys want to put it to. Alright, so now it's added successfully. Click next. And you guys have the option for long battery life or best video mode. So best video mode is a longer clip. Long battery mode means it lasts longer and you guys don't have to use as much as the detection. There's normal charging, there's fast charging. So this is what I was talking to you guys about. So if you guys use the actual product on the back to actually charge the product, you'll charge it in less than 4 hours. But if you guys use the regular charge to charge the actual camera itself, it'll take more than 4 hours. So it'll take longer. And then if you guys can see right here, it has a mounting guide, add device, and finish. So I think we're done for now, so we just finish it. And you guys can see it's actually labeled front door for now because that's what I'm using. And then we can go live if we want to. So let's see what happens when I click live. Alright, so if you can see, this is the image quality that's on here right now. So it's pretty good quality. There's a bit of a lag, which is typical for these kind of cameras because it's syncing from the camera onto the home base, which is pretty amazing. But you guys can tell how wide angle that is. Like, look at this thing. So it's capturing everything that's actually on here. But if you guys can tell in the video right now, it's on night vision because the area is actually dark. So the night vision works really, really well, and it actually shows the time and date of when it actually is. But right now the time and date is not correct, so we have to fix that in the settings later on. But you guys can see how wide the angles are for this camera. So you guys can see right there, you can capture some kind of motion, so it actually let you know when it's actually recording or not. So right now it's probably seeing some kind of motion. It'll probably let you know on the device. You guys can see right here, it says someone is spotted. It shows you the battery life, the Wi-Fi, and what settings you are. And if you click on the setting button right here, you guys can see all the function on here. So the camera on and off, status LED, night vision, you have the camera working mode, motion detection, anti-theft detection. So when you have this on, the alarm will actually go off on the actual camera, which I'll show you guys in a second. But motion detection, you guys can control how highly sensitive you guys want the thing to be. And if you guys want the actual thing to be on and off, you guys can actually control all that as well. And you guys can change the name you guys want to on the product. And it has a device and mounting guide on how to set up if you guys want to. But the alarm is actually really loud. So let me show you guys how loud it can actually get first. So here's the home base. And here's the alarm volume. So this is max right now, but I'll turn on minimum so you guys can hear how loud it can get.
Alarm off.
So that's the medium. So imagine how loud it can get on maximum. Just for test, I'll show you guys how loud it can get.
Alarm off.
So the alarm is actually really, really loud, so be careful when you guys first get the product. So So that's cool functionality. So that's what I can do on this alarm, and it actually can do the same on this one. So it's pretty loud, and I don't want to disturb any peace right now, so I'll just show you guys that example and not this one for now, but both of them does work. So a couple minor bugs right now for the product is the fact that it has a delay on the actual product. And what I mean by delay is like when it shows the video, like if I move certain things around, it won't actually sync automatically. It'll take some time before you guys get it. But the two-way audio actually works really well, and how it works with two-way audio is like this. So let me show you guys. So if you guys see in the bottom right here, there's a record button, there's a cut button, there's a speech button where you can actually talk to someone. If you guys click on the volume setting, you guys can actually hear the audio and the volume on here. So if you heard that, there's a little bit of a lag, but that's typical and that's kind of normal. But everything about the quality is actually really nice. Hopefully they can fix the bug of the setup and everything that a lot of people are having. Like when I connected this, it took me a while to actually connect it, but I had to like replug some wire, replug it in, and kind of connect it over again, and it actually worked. And I know there's a lot of people on Kickstarter had the same issue as well, so it's something that I had to work on and fix, but so far it's pretty good for the product that is provided. Alright, welcome back guys. So now that you guys saw the setup of the product, you guys can see that everything about it actually works really well, but it's just the fact that it kind of takes some time to actually set up if you guys don't know how to use it or not. The quality is definitely there, like everything about the image quality is definitely amazing. Motion sensor is pretty nice as well, or I'm not sure if this is an issue or not, but like when you guys have the camera turned off on the app, it still records. So I guess that's the good thing and a bad thing in a way, but I don't think it's supposed to be recording if you guys turn the camera off. So that may be something that they need to fix, or it's just something that is just part of the system that's supposed to happen. Only thing that we have to wait to see whether or not it's actually how they said it is the fact of the 1 year battery life, whether or not that's actually the case or not. So I'm gonna actually test it out for maybe a year. Hopefully it lasts for a year. If not, then we'll see how long it lasts. But just using the product so far, it's everything I kind of asked for and wanted. But so far, everything about the product is pretty amazing. The 1080p quality, the quality overall of the product, it has amazing night vision, two-way audio, it has a pretty wide angle for the camera, it's wire-free, it has live streaming, and it has an anti-theft security system where it has alarm and whatnot. And also it has human and facial recognition, so you can recognize your face. You have free local storage, so you can store whatever you guys want on the home base itself. They don't charge you for any other storage for the cloud and whatnot. Works amazing with Alexa and Google Assistant, and probably the best thing is the fact that it's actually weatherproof and windproof. And they actually did a video, I'll show you guys probably with the video somewhere here, but they did a wind test that blew the actual camera and actually stays pretty well and didn't blow away or anything, which is amazing. So just by testing everything and show you guys how to set up and how the process and everything is, there's kind of minor bugs and everything to actually fix and whatnot that can actually be improved. But as of right now, of actually having the product so far and everything that comes in it, you guys want to know whether or not the product is actually worth it or not. So as of everything I know so far, for $200 for the product, for retail it's going to be for around $300 or more, would I say that this product is actually worth it? As long as they fix all the bugs and whatnot, and actually if the battery life actually lasts for 1 whole year, which we'll find out in the future, then the product is pretty amazing. But until then, we can't actually give you guys a definite answer until we give it like a year or so, because it's a year battery, so we have to test it out first to see whether or not that's the case. But you guys want to know whether or not this product is actually worth it for everything that comes in it, like the 1080p quality, night vision, and two-way audio and everything, then this product is really worth it, and it's pretty amazing so far. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the little unboxing and testing and feedback of the product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, then make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace. And then for today's G Squad Fan Shout Out Day, we have...